on, guys? It's Bill with Truck and Roll, heading to Park City right now, stuck in traffic. Figure I'd multitask a little bit. I got the fuel tank finally installed last night. It's not a difficult job to do, but there's definitely a few items that the instructions don't cover. For one, it comes with its own tank straps, but at least my truck, the stock brackets that hold the fuel tank and the straps are riveted together, so you'll need, a grinder to cut those out, or a rivet buster, punch those out, go to the hardware store, pick up some grade 8 bolts to get it all bolted up. Other than that though, Holley has a really good online instruction video, so if you follow that, it'll get you through the tough parts. It took me working after work, maybe a day or two to do, working a couple hours at a time. It's not a super long task, but it's something you want to take your time with. The fuel sending unit and the fuel pump both don't come pre-set up. Even though you're buying a tank that's specific for your vehicle, the fuel pump bracket and the sending unit both need to be measured, trimmed, and adjusted for the depth of your tank. And the two measurements are different, so don't just measure one time and say, okay, I got the depth of my tank for my fuel pump, everything's good. It won't be the same, or at least it wasn't on mine for the sending unit. So just take your time. We'll cut to a time-lapse video and you can see, and I'll stop along the way and kind of talk you through some of the parts that Okay, we got the fuel system all taken out. That's the easiest part. There's really not much to take in the old system out. I guess the only tips that I can give you is, if you're not planning on reusing the old hard lines, which I wasn't, don't be gentle when you take them out. There's one bolt that's up under the front cross member, kind of near the passenger side control arm. It's actually, I want to say it's beneath the motor mount. It's really hard to get to. So that probably took me the most amount of time. If I was going to do it all over again, I just would have cut it up, use snips, whatever, and just yanked it out in pieces versus trying to get it all out in one piece, just because it takes a little while. Make sure you disconnect your battery. I had what I thought was a super smart idea, was to use the old fuel pump to pump all the gas out of your tank. Obviously you want to run your tank as low as you can before you take it out, so that you're not trying to handle a bunch of extra weight and worry about spilling fuel on yourself, which you will. But I tried to use the pump, which worked pretty well, but then I realized partway through that I may have created a fire hazard, because I'm watching like the fumes come out of the tank. So just be careful. Maybe a safer way to do it is just to siphon it out, or just to leave a couple gallons in your tank and pull it out that way. But all in all, pretty easy, nothing too tricky. Got everything removed. The next part's going to show you putting it all together. Take a look. tank is all put together. It's put in the truck. All I need to do is run the hoses, supply and return from the tank up to the cab, which I'm going to do another day. I've also got the wiring routed through an existing grommet. So you've got 2 grounds, your sensor for your fuel sending unit, which you should have already hooked up before you put your tank on, and your power. There's one wire that Holley supplies that can run all the way back. I decided, since that's hooked to the existing harness and I didn't want to force the way that I was going to route the harness based on that one wire, that I would run another wire out and then connect those two. I'm not sure whether I'm going to use a butt connector there, solder, or maybe get like a nice, disconnect so I can unhook it at a later date if I need to pull it out. I haven't decided that yet. So what do I think about the kit? All in all, I think it's a really quality unit. I think Holley does a really good job of giving you good instructions, maybe even too many instructions. I think the fuel sending unit and the pump both came with 2 separate instructions, so you kind of have to look at each and look at what you have and see which set is the right instructions. They're both close, but they're a little bit different, so just keep an eye on that. So the pros of this kit are, it all appears to be high quality stuff. The tank it's a good solid tank. The paint on it is nice. It bolted in fine. There were no issues there. It's a Walbro 255 pump, which is tried and true. I have no worries that that's not going to work well. The sending unit, everything that came with the kit, the instructions, the video online, which I'll post a link to, so you can actually Google Holley's instructions for this, and they've got videos on how to set up your fuel sending unit and your pump, and that was really helpful. I actually stopped and watched that in addition to the instructions while I was hooking it up. The only negatives I would say about the system are, it's not 100% drop in. So you saw me earlier, I had to, grind the rivets. So you have to grind 6 rivets off your old brackets if yours are anything like mine. You've got to punch those rivet out, go to the store, pick up, you're gonna wanna get 6 1/4-20 grade 8 bolts, washers, nuts, whether you wanna use nylock, lock washers, that's up to you, but you're gonna need 6 of those. While you're at the hardware store, you're gonna wanna pick up a couple other things too. I repurposed an old shrink wrap container with all the extra parts. Let's see if I can't drop this, that I'm gonna need. So you're gonna wanna buy some cush clamps, different sizes, 5/8 for the fuel line, supply and return if you decide to use this style. Probably 1/4 inch, a little bit smaller for your existing brake lines, because if you remove all your hard lines, your brake line and your supply and return line, your stock one on the truck, share a same bracket. So if you don't want it clanging around, you're gonna want something like this. With that, I got new hardware, grade 5, nothing fancy, but just grade 5 bolts and nylock nuts to secure everything. I also picked up some self-tapping screws. Once you get up near the firewall, I'm gonna try and be really careful on how I route my supply and return hoses, just because I don't wanna worry about them hitting anything hot, causing a fire. So the reason I tell you this is because you buy the kit, even if you buy the fuel tank installation, Holley sells a separate fuel tank installation portion, but even if you buy that, that comes with the supply and return lines, it comes with Earl's fittings, but it doesn't come with cush clamps, doesn't come with hardware. You will need to buy that. One other thing that I would recommend getting, because the stock truck had this on the fuel tank, is where the metal straps meet the metal tank, they had rubber. And I think that's a good idea because you're gonna have vibration there. You don't wanna scrape off the paint, cause it to rust sooner than it's going to, down the road already. Less noise, so I went to Advanced Auto Parts, picked up this stuff right here. It's adhesive back. I put that on, you saw that in the video earlier. I think that's gonna make it, look professional. So all in all, 2 thumbs up for Holley. I think it's gonna work great. I'm really excited for this next video to put everything on, start it up, and hopefully do a burnout. Take it easy. All right, thanks for watching Truck and Roll. That was episode 2. I can't wait for the next one to come out. Please, please, please like, subscribe, comment. I can't wait to hear what you have to say. See you soon.